Get it. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Localz Only Podcast. We are right here with the legendary Jazzy J. Give him a round of applause out there. Yeah. Jazzy.
What's happening, y'all? What's going on?
Yeah. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Wonderful, man.
Man, we was in the lows a little bit ago, right?
Yeah.
Cruising down the
Cruising
boulevard.
down lowrider style, dig?
Yeah, that's
right. On a good time.
That's right.
Somebody was bouncing. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. Hydraulics going up and down. Like
switches.
the funk music, you dig? Yeah.
Tell them. Yeah. So, man, a lot of people love you around the world. A lot of people respect your artistry. You've inspired so many, man. So want to give you those flowers and tell you how much we appreciate you and how much you've done for, the worldwide community in this pop locking thing. You know
pop
what I'm
locking
saying?
thing, yeah.
Little bug, little pop locking.
Straight up, yep. Humble with it all. Yep.
Of course, man. So I want to, get back to your origins, right? So I think a lot of people don't know if you're from the East Coast, you're from the West Coast. I know you got history in both.
Yeah.
So where did it all start for you?
I'm originally from California,
What
LA,
part?
Los Angeles. Yeah.
Okay.
I put on, grown and raised here in the Valley, San Fernando Valley. Yeah, I was born out in Altadena, Pasadena, that area. And then after being here for a while, was all my life until about 2025, that age, and about 30. I was in my 30s when I had moved to New York.
Okay, wow, man. So you was you moved to the Valley. What part of the Valley?
San Fernando Valley.
Pacoima?
Well, I was first living in Pacoima with my mom's Dukes and all, and then I moved to Panama City.
Okay.
Panama City. Wait, hold on, let me back up. Van Nuys, then it was Panama City. Then from Panama City, then Ontario, Hacienda Heights, and moved out that way.
But you spent your teenage years.
Teenage years here in the Valley.
Here in the Valley.
Yeah, Van Nuys.
And is that where you saw Poppin'?
Poppin' is Van Nuys. Well, actually, I saw Poppin' in junior high school.
Okay.
Fulton Junior High.
Fulton Junior High. And what high school did you go to?
I went to Van Nuys High.
Van Nuys High School, man. That's so historic, man. For us, we from the 818, so we love
area
that.
code. Yeah, it is.
It is out here at the area codes, man. So that's beautiful, and we're specifically from Pacoima, right? So Boogie Frantic, myself, Rock Swift. You got so much history of great poppers, DJ Hayes. A lot of us, have our roots right there. So to know that you're from that, that soil and walk them same streets that we walk is very special because that means that there's a little funk in the air.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, I grew up over there as well. Lakeview Terrace, we had Daddy Pop. I'm going to give a shout out to Terry Bixler. Dope. He grew up in Pacoima as well. He danced with Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
He was my dance partner coming up. Yeah, we got some people that's from over there. Yeah,
that's what's up. So when would you say that the funk bug took over? Like, were you really going full throttle with this dance thing? Like, do you remember if it was a specific time, a specific situation?
Well, I was always into the dance from James Brown on to Jackson's, But the funk vibe being the fact that it was, locking first.
Yeah.
Before that was the robot, then it came locking.
Yeah.
And then, the popping came in. And then going to the clubs, like the Ozone being in the Valley.
Ozone, yeah.
Yeah, we go to the Ozone, the Tapestry back in the day. And Kaleidoscope.
Yeah, you throwing them back on them. You're throwing them back on them. That's a lot of history right there, man. So locking is really the style you started with then.
Yeah, locking.
Locking, man.
Then I also got into breaking.
You had to
throw that in there. Yeah, you have to.
When you talk to all the old school cats, you had to do all the styles.
Yeah, all the styles.
You did them all.
I remember my mother, and it was late, I was on TV. I was somewhere, my mom was going, yeah. And my dad, it was like, yeah, they're dancing in their heads. I said, dancing in their heads? Let me see I didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah.
You did? And then they were spinning in their back. So I go, what? You talking about spinning, dancing in their head? I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Because we went to New York, but I have never seen it.
Okay.
And I seen it, I was like, okay, now I'm going to have to start doing that dance. Because anything that came, I started to do it.
You had to do it.
I had to do it.
You had to do
like
it.
House, everything.
We was talking a little bit about the different styles that you picked up, right? Did you have anyone in your family that danced?
Or my cousins.
Your cousins? Yeah. So is that what you...
Lynn and George, from Altadena.
They're older?
No, I was oldest.
You're the oldest.
Yeah.
But they
I learned from them.
That's
because a lot of things was filtered down from LA, Los Angeles.
Of course.
To Pasadena, so me coming from the Valley, we had to do a lot of traveling. That's how I got to see a lot of stuff. We used to travel a lot. And then,
No, and that's why we created the Great One-Eighters, right? We was kids from the Valley, and nothing was popping off out here. So we had to drive to Long Beach, Pomona, all these different places. races. Exactly. As you know, as a kid in the Valley, man, that's a mission, right? Right. We going from the beginning of traffic all the way through the end of traffic. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. Did they take it at, you a legend, so I'm not sure if they took it as far as you might have, but did they continue throughout the years, like how you continued with it? Or
yeah, a lot of my peers, yeah. Okay. Still doing like Terry, Anthony Thomas. Okay. You know, Richie Rich.
Oh yeah.
You got a lot of brothers that's still going. If I'm not to speak about you, I know you're still there.
Exactly, man. There's so many names, so much love to give that, if you're not mentioned, that don't mean you're any less than the next person, right? It's all love. It's all love. So, when you were in high school, right? What years was that? Like,
when it got hot for me was 82.
82. Were you in high school at this point?
Yeah.
In high school?
No, I graduated in 92. I was hold on.
No problem. No worries, man.
80. Yeah, because graduated 82. 80s and 80s.
Okay.
Let's just say 80s.
So it was hot. It was hot. Everyone, were you doing battles and everything?
Yeah, it was hot. It was learning and battling at the same time. That's what a lot of people would come, because a lot of people from the school I had went to was getting busted, from LA. Yeah. So you had that was going on, and you had the track meets. Mm-hmm. That's how you got the different styles being passed around along with the football games. Of course. There's a lot of people would come in and we go out, and that's where you see a lot of different styles.
Get down, man. Were you a part of a crew or anything?
Well, yeah. At the time, it was a Dance Connection.
Dance Connection.
I was involved with Chain Reaction. Body Magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Dance Connection is like the first one?
Yeah. Well, Dance Connection would be my... No, Royal Sirs would be my first
Royal
one.
Sirs. That's a gangster name, right?
Royal Sirs.
How many members?
It was just me and my homeboy, Tony Anthony.
The Royal Sirs. Who came up with the name?
Anthony, I did.
Yeah, yo, you fresh. You got that gift of the gab, man. Definitely, man. The Royal Sirs. I love them old school crew names. You know what I'm saying? It was super creative. And so, who would you say at the time was like the big crew here in the Valley? Like who was
Chain Reaction?
Chain Reaction. Who was Chain Reaction?
Chain Reaction was Cool Pockets, Thomas, Bebop, Kyle. They call him Tree Monster. We call Kyle. Who else was in there? I think Mike. Mike was in there. I think that's about it.
Okay. But yeah, and I asked this because, I know the history, but a lot of people out there don't. And I know Chain Reaction did a lot, right? Yeah. They did a lot. They were in the streets, but they also did a lot in the industry as well, right? As well, yes. So they was an older generation than you.
Yeah. Well, no, just T-Bop.
T-Bop was, right? Tom, that's the oldest brother. That's Cole Bucket's older brother, right?
Me and Paul same age.
Okay, dope. So,
Cool Pockets.
Did the Royal Sirs ever battle Chain Reaction? Anything like that?
Oh, no.
Nah, they was already on another.
No, they was
another
on
planet.
They were in the ozone. We couldn't even get in the ozone. So, yeah, they was on another planet. That time.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's how I was still learning, still coming up. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. And when would you say that like you started like really?
Oh, then the LACD Rockers as we go up, then that's when we became.
Official,
official. LACD Rockers. Gotta give it to us.
LACD Rockers. So you had the Royal Sirs. You had, what was the crew after that?
Dance Connection. Then was Body Magic. Then when it merged in with Chain Reaction. And then it became LACD Rockers.
LACD Rockers. Yeah. Again, all fresh. That's all fresh. And was it mainly locking and popping, or was
popping? Well, LACD Rockers locking and popping and breaking.
Yeah. Okay. And when would you say you started really getting like recognized, or when you realized that like you had this gift that was gonna take you?
My very first video was with Chain Reaction. I'm so excited, the Pointer Sisters.
Oh wow! Yeah. And you were in the actual music video
at that time? Yeah.
17. Who noticed you from Chain Reaction first?
I guess Paul.
Cool Pockets saw you, man.
Yeah. We're always hanging out in the club, so ozone.
Because a lot of times, I think a lot of people too don't realize that there was a lot of sharing. Like now, there's a lot of teachers, right? People teaching workshops, classes. Back then, y'all was learning it together in a sense, right? Yeah, there might have been some people a little bit older that did a little bit longer, but it wasn't like as structured as it is today, right? So, who would you say at that time was inspiring you the most when you were coming up before you collaborated?
It was Electric Boogaloos. I'll say Kyle.
Kyle?
Yeah.
Kyle,
what was from Canada, originally from Canada. He used to pop with Boogaloo Sound.
Oh, he was in Electric Boogaloos?
Well, no, not with Electric Boogaloos, but he would pop with
them.
With Sound.
Yeah, with Sound.
With Sound, with Ski, you know, he would go see them at the Playboy Club and bring the moves back to us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Kyle, man. Yeah. That's what's up, Kyle. When did you see the Electric Boogalooos? How old were you?
Oh, man, I was 17 again.
17,
17, that age. That was the age group.
That year, right?
That year. Yeah,
17.
I think 16 or 17 around in there.
Man, how'd you feel when you saw that?
Oh, I lost my mind when I saw them. Yeah, it was Pete and Skeet at that time. And then Robot Dane. Mm-hmm. Dane and, you know, I wouldn't see Decky. Decky's a little further on the way, Decky. But I would see Pete, and Skeet Rabbit. And I saw Sam further as I got older. Sam was living up in Fresno.
Yeah, that's...
I could go to the Playboy Club because it was an older place to be in.
Okay, you were too young.
I was too young and I was too short.
They
was tall. yeah. They got away with it.
You see all of them, they giants. Yeah. They make us a little smaller here in the valley. They make us a little smaller down here. And for those that don't know it, you know, here in California, it's so big, man. You could drive 17 hours and you're still in California, you know, so that's why a lot of people, I don't think they realize that what was going down here in Cali was that it's so spread out. But again, there was only so many places that, you know, black and brown folks could live. So that's why there was a lot of transferring of information from up north to down south, because there was that family connection where you have family from down south here in Southern California, and then you have your family up north. In
Ventura, I had a Rhythmatic Boogie.
Rhythmatic Boogie?
Yeah.
That was around the same time or little?
Time. It was Anthony Thomas, Steve Staten. You had Kenny Lavis. You had a lot of them cats up there.
Oh, that's what's up.
I get some more names again.
Hey,
there's some people I add, you know. Then,
no worries.
Then we got little Richie Rich.
Yeah.
I was a Warlock, the Locker. Yeah.
That's what's up.
It's all, you know, I got down with a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were always that person that, like, did you play any sports or anything like that? Dabbled with it, but you knew art, dance was... Because you're a real creative person, and I know you do a lot more than just dance. Like, was that always? Were you always like that since a kid?
Since a kid, yeah.
Since a kid, right? Drawing, music and dance, right?
Yeah. My harmonica, you know.
Oh, the harmonica?
Yeah, I got my harp. I ain't gonna play it right now.
You got it on you though?
I don't think I got it. It's in my shoe. No, it's in the.
It's back
out there.
Okay.
I would have blown a little bit if I had it on.
He got the harmonica on him. That's what's up, man. That's super dope. So again, 17, right? That was a year that you could tell
16,
that was
16
going into 17. 17. And
you started younger, but I didn't get on top of it till that age. 16.
Yeah. You were sharpening your sword.
Because I was learning a lot of stuff was coming in. I learned how to from Felix. I was in junior high, and I didn't know how to slide. Felix. He showed me, that's not. You got to just slide like this. That's when moves were coming in.
Yeah.
Different moves.
Yep.
The dime twist.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Woo, I was learning everything.
Man. And were you always so agile, like the way you dance, right? Like you changed so many levels, directions, everything like that. Was that something that you always like? Because it's like you flying.
Yeah. Well, part of it because of the locking, and because of when I saw Pete and Skeet got down one time, man, and I took that style, and I went home with it. Yeah. And I created it with my ground moves. I mixed their styles together.
Yes.
That's what I did, y'all.
Because you definitely, like, Pete and Skeet, everyone knows, right, Electric Boogaloos and what they done. But you have definitely left your mark in this dance, right? Like, you inspired this, like, your generation and a few after, of course, Pete and Ski and, you know, all the other Electric Boogaloos or Electric Boogaloo Lockers. But you inspired this, like, this generation, the current generation right now. A lot of them look to what you do and what you did, right? With all the level changes, the misdirections, the ground moves and everything like that. And it's very unique to you, right? Like, not many people can move this way, right? There's probably like a handful that can move this way. So... Again, 16, 17, right? You got Chain Reaction. At this time now, maybe the EBs are starting to see of you or hear of you a little bit like this. And then
I used to go there with Taco, the Peace House.
Oh, wow. So when you meet Taco?
In Long Beach. Well, that age.
That age, because he's similar age to you, right?
Yeah, same age. Yeah.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. So you went with Taco.
Yeah.
With Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno at the time before he changed his name to Taco.
Taco. So it's just Bruno.
Bruno. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I met King Cobra.
King Cobra.
It was the Mysterious Poppers.
Mysterious Poppers.
Yeah.
Yep. That's someone that really inspired Taco. Man, how did you? What were you thinking when you first saw Bruno?
Oh, it was incredible. It was dope. It was, when he did the Cobra and he waved and his animation and stops and it was just dope, man. There's nothing else I can say.
Yeah.
I'm speechless in a sense, and I got the honor to dance with him. I mean, he even called me for Captain EO. He would call me for jobs. That's how I got into Captain EO.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. Man, one particular day he called me, yo, you want to do Captain EO? I said, what? I said, yeah, well. Yeah.
How old were you when you did Captain?
Here we go again.
What, do you know, like a year?
I'm messing up my age.
No, I got you.
That's okay. So I wasn't in high school at that time. I was in my 20s.
In your 20s. Let's do that. 20s, 30s. Because you have so much history, man. Like it's hard for me to remember yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't done half of what you've done. So I understand. I know people out there understand. So you was in your 20s. That's just trying to give them a little timeline, right? So you got your teens, your 20s, and 30s. These are all you did historic stuff in all these ages. So. But backtrack a little bit. When you saw Bruno, did you see people pop like that before? Like before you saw Bruno, like I know he's also.
Well, they waved and popped, but the fact that he put everything together because he'll do the Cobras, he'll wave, pop, and do tuts. So he had a whole arsenal. Yeah, a nice arsenal.
And it was a little different than how people was getting down over here.
Yeah, well, because then we'll mix it all together. We'll have certain people just wave. Certain people just tut over here. Some people just hit, you know what I mean? But certain people at that time, they wouldn't stick it all together. Then like Twist Effect, Don, which that's Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
The Twist Effect, some people Twist Effect, some people won't do it.
Yeah.
Don Twist and all that.
No. Yeah, people you can say like specialists. They had their own little thing, and Bruno was
everything.
Right? Everything, man.
Everything.
So right away, from your teenage years into your 20s, you started working. You started working, man. What was some of and again, I'm not trying to put it to just one thing, but what were some of your favorite jobs that you did? Because there's the famous ones with Michael and everything like that.
I know Michael had it's been a lot, y'all. Working with Tony Basil. That was because I get to work with everybody,
Tony Basil had everyone.
Everyone. You got TC and Diamond Wayne Ward. I mean, you got everybody there. Shrimp, Camelot Jr. I mean, Anthony Thomas, Taco. Yeah, Skeeter Rabbit.
Was there any legendary ciphers like during these on set?
It was a lot. Uncle Sam. When Taco and Angelo, from Fishbone, when they popped. Really? That was dope. That was one of the dope pop. And that one also with Daryl Stokes and Shrimp. Okay. I was there for that one too.
When they battled? They battled. Daryl Stokes and Shrimp?
Yep. And everybody was there. Everyone came. Everybody who was pop was there at that place.
What place was it again?
I can't remember.
But was it more?
It was in towards Pomona, down in that area.
And did you guys hear what was gonna happen, or?
It was word of mouth.
Word of mouth. No cell phones yet.
Yeah. No cell phones. Wow. It was like around as deep as the deep LA. Yeah. I can't remember. It was in Long Beach. I know it was down in there. I can't remember the club, but it was. Yeah, I remember it happened.
And it's crazy too because Stokes is a big guy.
Yeah.
And Shrimp is a little guy. Right? But it's crazy because Shrimp, from what I know of him and talking to him and having a relationship with him, he took on all challengers. Like he was looking for everybody, right? And he's such a positive. It wasn't like how people battle now, right? Because back then, like talking shit, wouldn't be a dance vibe. People were just talking, being all tough, right? But what were you thinking before they did rounds? What were you thinking? Like, did you think one was gonna smoke the other one?
No, I didn't. You just knew the outcome. No, didn't know the outcome. Yeah, they just went in, and they just went in. It was one of the spectacular popping sessions I've seen. Oh, another one I've seen too. When Skeeter Rabbit was supposed to pop against King Tut. Wow. And that was, I think it was in Carson, my Uncle Jam's Army. And King Tut didn't show up, but his brother did. And that's when I accumulated Skeeter style in that circle. It was
learned so much.
Oh my goodness, that's where I got that looky loo style from Skeet.
Ah, okay. Yeah. And it was that battle.
He was like, wow, it was dope.
Man,
that was one of the dopest battles I've seen too.
So Man, so you again, for that generation, like you're a young cat. You're taking in all this information, all this inspiration. So you were there for Shrimp and Stokes. You were there for you said King Tut and Skeeter, or King Tut's brother, King Tut's brother and Skeeter. What was another legendary one that you could remember like at that time?
Oh, Angelo. And I said
Angelo and who?
And Taco.
And Taco. Man,
that's when Angelo broke his leg.
He broke in the
battle.
In the battle. What was he doing?
Twisted up. That's when he used to suck in like down when you do the W's.
W, yeah.
He it was like he would come back out animated. He was dope. He was
But he broke it.
He snapped his leg.
Yo, what?
It was that intense.
Wow.
It was intense. It was that intense.
That
intense.
And there were no real cameras,
no
cash prize.
No cash prize. Straight up.
Straight up, man. See, this is what our legends did. This is what they went through for this art form. That's why it's so important to respect them, respect their story. You know, and that's why I'm not even gonna ask who he thought won, because at those moments, right, you're not looking at it that type of lens. You're just happy to be there, happy to experience it, traveling from hella far to get to these places, right? Having to pitch in on gas or take the bus.
The cars, and hope you don't get rocks thrown at your car.
Oh my God.
It was a target.
Okay, and did you start like a lot of these jobs you started doing in the industry? A lot of them were here in the U.S., right?
Yes.
When did you start traveling overseas and all that? How was that?
That was nice. I was going to Japan.
To Japan.
I hooked up
20s?
with Hiroko.
In your 20s?
I was in my 30s.
30s. So until your 30s you started traveling overseas.
Because that's when hip hop came in.
Yes.
And I had a little bit, in the 90s, I had a little bit of name out there, and I was with the cast that became Farside.
Oh,
the cast became Farside group. Yeah. Monty and
legendary hip hop group.
With Robert,
Passing Me By.
Roma.
Yeah.
With them.
That's super dope. So you had history in the 80s. You're going into the 90s now, right? What was that feeling of when hip hop came? Because a lot of people don't realize, right? You had the disco funk era.
We had to learn it.
You had to learn it. But
we had no choice, because our jobs were, for me, the jobs that popping a lot was kind of dying.
Yeah.
So you had to go. The hip hop came in, so you had to learn it.
Yeah.
To be that transition.
Because
a lot of the gigs you do when you have to learn the routines and whatnot.
Yeah.
Learn.
And see, at this time too, the 80s and early 90s, there still wasn't like events how people know events today to be, right? It was still clubs, it was still little jams, and there was a time period where popping and locking, it did really, like, you could say, die out. Not that everyone stopped doing it, but it wasn't what it was. And these creatives, these young people, you're the next thing is coming, the next thing, right? And that's boom, hip hop was that wave, right?
It was that wave.
But you were still popping.
I was still popping and locking.
You were still popping and locking in this era.
I'm still never left it.
Yeah, because then around this time, when the EVs kind of
80s and within the 90s, I never left it, but I had moved to Vegas.
Okay.
I moved to Vegas, and what happened was, I ain't gonna bring that story up, but it was something in the relationship I was having with my female. I moved to Vegas, and I was working in a restaurant. I was still dancing, little stuff, menial stuff. And Mr. Freeze came into my restaurant.
Really?
I was working at Bertolini's. He goes, Jazzy, you working in a restaurant? Man, no, you need not to be working around. You need to dance.
Yeah.
And that's when he took me to France. Went to France with him, with Hugo,
wow.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kid Freeze.
Wow.
Yeah, Sundance, Locker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that right there.
That's Mike and Wally were talking about this, because they got to see y'all, when y'all went to France and stuff like that. So
that was before.
Oh, that was
before. Then after that, we came again.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that was that? No, after that came again, because it was Nasty and Jean-Claude.
Okay.
They brought us back out there again.
Oh, that's super dope. So as you can hear too, right? So like he was in his late teens into his 20s, he's working, staying busy, and then it kind of dies out, and then work slowed down, right? And then you had to like pick up what someone would say like a real job, even though the artistry is the real job, right? That's the real job, but you still had that passion. You still did you start making music at this point, like before the 30s, right? Before your 30s, and before you.
I was doing music before then, in and out.
In and out, okay, in and out. And then at this point too, did you Did you think that the dance was like the popping and locking it was dead and wasn't ever gonna come
No,
back?
I never felt that because I never left it. I just never left it. I felt in fact, I was seeing the hip hop and how it was accumulating a lot of the popping moves.
Yes,
because they was like a
Oh,
black
the
hole.
bounce.
They was taking everything.
Yeah,
It was
of
coming in
course.
and creating that dance. So I felt it was gonna generate back to the popping, to
Yeah.
the original, the
Come
originality of it.
Come back. So you were here, boom, in Los Angeles, and then you moved to Vegas before New York.
But yeah, when it was in Vegas.
Went to Vegas.
And after the show in Vegas, Manhattan, then I moved to
Legendary show.
Yeah, Legendary Show for a year. Yeah,
Yes.
that's when I hooked up with Wiggles and
Sweet Pea
Mr.
was
Wiggle.
telling us about that because Sweet Pea was trying out with that Sugar Pop.
Yeah,
Sugar Pop put the stop to it. He was like, "No, we getting jazzy. We getting jazzy for this." Man, that's super dope. And how was your experience doing the show?
Manhattan?
The
That was
yeah.
nice.
It was
It
nice,
good,
right?
Yeah.
If you could remember who was in that show with you?
Let me see. Pop and Pete, Freeze,
Bam,
Wiggles,
bam,
Romai,
bam.
Float.
Yep.
Let's see what else.
The reason I
There's
asked
a
this,
lot. Wait,
I was
hold
about
on.
to say, the reason I was asking because it's so many legends.
Was it Flowmaster?
Flowmaster might have been in it.
Oh man, I don't know. Man, there's a lot.
So many legends.
Who else was in there? They gonna get mad at me if I go? I know Mr. Freeze. I said
Yep.
Freeze.
So it was like Rocksteady Crew.
Rocksteady Crew with Electric Boogaloos.
Boogaloo. Yes.
Yeah.
So think about all those members, those legendary, those.
Wicked. Well, Wicked gonna kill me.
Ooh, you got that.
Wicked,
Renegades.
Yeah.
Renegades.
Oh man. Oh, then you got Honey Rockwell.
Honey
Okay,
Rockwell.
Honey Rockwell. They were all good.
Hey, but that's what's good is because we bring it up, and of course, man, so long ago, right? You might not be able to remember, but it's gonna have them be like, "Yo, I was in it too,"
Yeah.
and that knowledge.
Don't get mad at me, y'all.
Oh, don't get mad, man. Don't get mad. Come see me. Come see me. Come see me about that. You know what I'm saying? Like how functional.
Like hip hop can everybody try to dress code over there, but they don't realize you really need that dress code over there.
100%. You said it perfectly, man. But again, I think man, that's so dope. But even just to backtrack a little bit, when did you get put down with the EBs, and like how did that all happen?
That happened because I was working for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was working to be a part of the Electric Boogaloo.
So you made a conscious effort, like
conscious effort. Learning the routines and styles and terminology. I did different styles within the music styles I was learning, but I wanted to be down with the EBs.
was this your 20s, 30s when you got done?
When I first saw them on TV.
Oh, you already boom in your head.
I'm already gone.
Yeah.
It's almost Soul Train. I said, I'm going to do that.
Wow. And then when you met them, were you kind of like a starstruck, or were you like?
Well, yeah. Well, not really start, but yeah.
You're like, this
This is what I want to do. Yeah, the EBs is them, yeah.
So when it was official, right, that you got put down 20s or 30s?
Yeah, it was in my 20s.
In your 20s,
yeah. That was a B-Boy Summit, I think it was.
It was the first one?
I think it was the first one. I think it was the Summit, yeah.
Okay.
He announced it. He announced it on stage.
Wow.
And we always felt that we were, like talking on I always felt that we were part of Electric because we always danced with them.
Yeah.
But it was never made it official that we're part of the crew.
So like you and Talk were pretty much the last ones that got put down, really, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You had the electric boogaloo lockers, then you had the electronic boogaloo lockers. My bad. And then the electric boogaloos, and then that they already were established doing their thing, and then y'all were the next two, right? It was you and Taco, which I don't think I gotta say much about that. Like everyone knows what y'all did. So this was in your 20s. You put in all this work, right? Boom, you moved to Vegas, bam, you moved to New York. You're an electric boogaloo, right? When did
Wiggles and Pop were put down before me, though? I think
Wiggles and Pop were put down before you? Okay, man, I didn't. Okay, yeah, it's true. Sugar Pop, Wiggles. So then you had Sugar Pop, Wiggles, and then you and Taco.
Yeah,
you and Taco. All right.
Yeah, Taco didn't like.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think it was like that.
Like that. Okay, but you would say y'all were the last four, right? Like the newer generation of the electric boogaloos. And again, when you got put down and you started representing, did you feel like okay, now I have this importance to represent, or are you still I'm Jazzy J, I'm doing my thing, I'm loving life.
Jazzy J, Electric Boogaloo. Yeah.
Straight up, man. That's super.
EB for life.
EB for life, man. And
then I started my old crew, Rhythmatic Funk movement.
That came from the Fried Poppers. The Fried Poppers, right? The Fried Poppers. We talked to Waleed, we talked to Sweet Pea, some of that history. Kid Boogie, of course. our brother Kid Boogie. This is also his podcast. Me and Kid Boogie do this together. He's just with his kids right now. He wanted to be here very bad, but and I'm sure he has so many questions that he's gonna tell me like, yo, Devious, I can read it as this, as this. Rhythmatic Funk movement. I heard this name came from some glasses you had, some glasses that you was calling the Rhythmatic something. Like you had some glasses that you was that gave you the spirit. But again, I think Kid and them could break that down a little bit more. But the Rhythmatic Funk movement, man, that was something special as well, right? And like, how did that come about? The Rhythmatic Funk movement.
It was supposed to be Rhythmatic 2000.
Okay.
The funk movement part came from Disco Day.
Disco Day.
And then we just started, just started creating along the boys that I would pretty much kind of, was teaching, whatever.
Yeah.
That's it, for Frank Boogie and Mystic and Sweepy and Funkster, Oba. You had Misuda, Teshika.
Kid.
Yeah. Kid Boogie. You had Fable was part of us.
Wow.
You had Electrified, wifey over here.
Yeah.
Savannah. Yeah. If I left any y'all out, oh, Smiles.
That's dope.
Keep going. If I would have been in them out, they really gonna get nothing.
Yeah, it was like Jazzy. No, that's super dope, man. And like,
Kana.
Kana.
There's some Kana. Leaves. Here we go.
Kid brought up Poppin' Kana and himself too.
Yeah, dig.
So how did you feel when this trend of like dance events and battles started happening? Like were you
refreshing?
Really?
Yeah, it was different, refreshing. Something to look forward to, and you're gonna see the new cats coming up because y'all was hungry, boy.
Yep.
Different roots, Machine Gun Funk, and everybody was battling with this other crew, and this crew was battling with that crew, and you got Poppin' and all them, and you had
Funny Bones, you had ABM, you had MGM,
John Nelson,
you had the Europe cats, Do you remember what was
J-Rock? That's my brother.
J-Rock, ABM.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Automatic Beat Mechanics.
Yup. And when did you? What would you say outside of like B-Boy Summit and all that? Like when was like you really started like going to these dance events, these popping dance events and stuff like
popular.
that?
I say popular too.
Popular. Yeah, you said popular.
Okay,
yeah, you said that's
I'm trying to miss somebody.
Yeah, nah, you good. No, but that's super dope, man. And again, like, I think everyone always loves to have your presence at these events and all that. So it's dope to see and hear you say that it was refreshing. Because, a lot of times older cats sometimes are like, oh, it's whack. It's not like how it was back in the day.
Well, everything could always be not like how it was back in the day.
Never.
Because everything always advances and go a little something different.
Yep.
So just go in and move how it goes.
And the part of why it's new, or the part of why it evolves, is because of what y'all did. Y'all helped push it to that, right? And you would hope that the people you teach learn and try to outgrow, right? Get better, right? Not necessarily be better than you, but get better and take those lessons, and whether they were like, things that you want them to repeat, which are like those good lessons, or those things that you're like, don't make the same mistake I made, and help grow, right? So that's super dope. And when you was in the East Coast, did you ever take trips to Montreal, places like that? Like
no, before. No, I was already did. Before that, I had went to Canada. Yeah, I did a Stay Tuned and a movie called Stay Tuned.
Dope.
Yeah, and what else did I do over there? Probably that's what it. Yeah, that's probably the only time I've been up over there.
Oh man, that's super dope. And then again, so bam, this is now, we're going kind of through the 30s and 40s, just floating all over the place. It's all good, man. Yeah. So we have a little bit of your history. We have kind of where you living on the West, right? You lived here in Los Angeles, Vegas, moved to New York, and New York's kind of where you've been from then on out, right? And all that, and then we have your kind of history. And again, we could go for hours. We're not going to go for hours today, but we're trying to go through such a legend. We're trying to go as fast as we can through such a legendary career. You had all these industry things that you did, right? Music videos, movies, commercials, right? So much stuff. So many legends always talk about legendary things with yourself, right? Seeing you get down, seeing you do some dope stuff with your locking, your popping, and then you go into this era of now where there's popping events, dance events, all this stuff. Who would you say, and Who would you say? Just I know you have a lot of favorites, a lot of people you love, right? A lot of people that you look at. But like, who would you say in the newer generation, or some of the people that you look at and kind of inspire you a little bit?
Damn, that's
that was deep. That was deep. That was too many people.
I got one right now. I like Mo Money. Money B.
Money B.
He's one that's new to me.
Yes.
He's an OG, but yo, that nigga's nasty.
No, you good?
Yeah,
no, you good.
Yeah, he got skills. But you know, I'll go with all ABM, and Machine Gun Funk.
Yes.
I got, and even some cats from G Style.
Yeah.
We got Tempo, we got Frantic, dig. I like Green Tech. I like everybody, because I watch everybody.
That's what's up.
Everybody pretty much inspired me, because some moves they do, I can't do it. I'm like, hey, I don't be secretive, but hey, I might take it home,
That's what's up.
My brother, I got shout out to my brother Assassins,
Assassins,
yeah.
That's super. That's super dope, man. It's, again, inspiration from everybody, and again, like
that's Ryan and.
Rashad.
Rashad.
Yeah. They were so like I know
House and
House. Yep. All the Assassins.
Yeah.
And again, like Frantic, formerly G Style. Myself, formerly G Style. Now we're in Zulu Kings, right? Okay. We're Zulu Kings, MZK. Yeah. And then Assassins, right? I think now Rashad is doing his thing with the Soulmatic. I know Future's doing his thing. Mm. And that shows you how Jazzy knows what's up, man. He's been around. If you can't remember, do you remember how the whole battle between you and Slick Dog and Tempo got set up with J-Rock?
No, I just saw a lot of it stimulated off of Wiggles board.
The internet.
And then I guess it was the B-Boy Summit. I was there, and I haven't been in LA in a while, and that's when the Groovatrons came on the dance floor, and I was getting down, and I don't know, he must have took it into another vibe.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get down. And then after that, Slick Dog just went somewhere with it with me. I got finger pointed out, and it just kept going.
And I remember I was there, right? Yeah. I was there for that. And that's something I remember because, again, I was in G-Style, right? Mm-hmm. And we had a different perspective of this whole situation. But I remember just looking at you going, Jazzy's just here to get down. Mm-hmm. Like, you had no negative energy. You were smiling, getting down, and everyone else around was tense because all this little internet stuff making people go back and forth. But I remember that was sticking out to me and gave me a different perspective, because I was like, man, look at this legend who's in the center of this, but has no idea like why he's getting put in this. Yeah, you wasn't like
mixing me in, like okay.
Yeah. And that's because your skill level, right?
I guess so. I assume so. Yeah.
They were like, all right, we gotta put Jazzy because he's illest. He's the illest, and you killed it. You killed it, man. Right. You killed it. Of course, Tempo killed it. Yeah. Tempo killed it. J-Rock did his thing. Yeah. Slick did his thing. But I seen that book Soulfire in your eyes, right? I seen that. I was like, oh man, he's happy to be back. He's happy to be back on the West at B-Boy Summit, the event that you got put down in the EBs for. You know what I'm saying? But outside of all the drama and stuff, did you have a good time, man? It was a good experience at that B-Boy Summit.
Always. I have no negativity whatsoever.
Yeah, man.
No negativity. You try to throw it at me, I assumed what it is, what it's about, but I just keep going about the dance, about my business, man. That's what I do.
Since the beginning.
That's it. Since the beginning,
man. And again, I've talked to a lot of OGs, man. My dad was a popper in the '80s, right? They called him Chubbs, and I've been around this since I was born, right? And I love talking to OGs. I love asking questions, and I've never heard someone say a bad word about you, man. Always good memories. They're always talking about your energy, how positive you are. And of course your dance, how skilled you are, man. So that's something I definitely need to, for everyone out there, to applaud and show that love, because like for you to be as talented as you are and have no ego and just constantly spread joy and happiness, man. This is why for us it was so important to have you and bring you back. I say I bring you back home. That's an honor, man.
Honestly, I'm humble. Humble respect.
Thank you so much, man. We had to bring you back home. We had to bring you back home to the
love over here too, man. They take care of brother and everybody else. Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Going around the lowrider cars too. What? Centuries.
Yeah. We made sure we're like, yo, if Jazzy's coming,
baby.
We brought out the 62 Impala. We brought out the 64. We brought out the 86.
Oh man,
that was
it.
Yeah.
I'll put something to remember by.
Yes.
For reals. That's another one of the top things for me to remember. I'll remember this one.
Thank you so much, brother. We appreciate you.
Right on.
Much love. Thank you for the inspiration. We got Flavor of the Year tomorrow, this weekend. Right? It's a legendary judge.
Skills up, guns down.
Ooh.
Skills up, guns down.
Say that one more time.
Oh, skills up, guns down.
Let them know. It's Stokes, Jazzy J, Waleed, judging. We have so many dope cats from around the world as battle guests. That was something that was really...
Oh, I want to throw one more. I was also with the Flashback Brothers. That was Storm and Carl from France.
Really?
Yeah.
Flashback Brothers.
Yeah, we call us Flashback Brothers.
So there you go.
French brothers. Yeah.
There you go. Piece it, cut it around, put it in order however you like. Yeah. But something I wanted to say was what was really dope to see is that we have all these battle guests, right? So many followers, hundreds of thousands of followers, all this and that. And there was a line to take a picture with you. Oh, man. There was a line of all these. Respect, all of them was, as soon as you got done.
I want to take a picture with them too. They was getting down.
Yeah, I seen that. You know, and that's super fresh to see. That. And again, that's to let you know and show you that how much you mean to us, right? Because all these people who are now, you know, taking their steps to hopefully be in a position or to leave their mark the way you have, to be in awe, right? Like everyone was showing everyone love. But as soon as we called out Jazzy, Frantic, Waleed, and Iron Mike to do the video, everyone's phone was out. Everyone took their phone out. Yeah. Everyone stopped talking and you could tell that they was taking notes. Yeah. They was taking notes. Yeah. And as soon as that was over, the line started to take a picture with you, man. You know, you mean so much to us. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for taking time out of, you know, your day or a couple of days to come out to the West, come out back to home, the 818. Yeah. I'm sure, you know, we're going to, you know, connect again, you know, and it's always going to be love, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. This is Jazzy J, Devious, Localz Only Podcast. Great Winators, man. Flavor of the Year.
Flavor of the Year. Come on now, 2022.
Let them know. Appreciate you, brother.
Let's get it.